Hello, my name is Tara Pacheco, and this is my weekly update for week 6. So something that stood out for me from this week's observations was actually when one of the learners on our Thursday observation had received an iPad as part of a reinforcer. He was playing with the iPad, and then it was time to move on to another learning skill, and the IT requested the iPad back. So the learner was clearly not done with using the iPad, so he started to exhibit some maladaptive behavior, such as you could see the frustration in his face, and he started to make kind of like frustrated noises, like grunts kind of thing. So the IT prompted him to mand for more time with the iPad, so that that would take care of the maladaptive behavior. So he listened and he did mand for more time with the iPad, and the IT obliged, and he was able to continue on playing with the iPad. And I thought that was very interesting because, it was helping to improve communication skills, which are obviously very important with teaching MANDs. And I thought this was a very important MAND to be taught to this learner at this specific time because it really helped him out. Question number 2, were there any questions? I did have a question on joint control, but both you and Jen have addressed that now, so thank you for that. I did also wonder, though, there was a tracing, or no, he was replicating printing sentences. And I had asked the IT what kind of prompt that was. And she had said that it was an embedded prompt. And I guess I would kind of just like a little more information on embedded prompts and more examples of what that exactly means. And then one takeaway from placement in general, I suppose honestly it's just being able to really visually see all the things we've learned in action, to really bring them home, to really understand the concepts, because there are a lot of new concepts that we've learned, manding, tacting, prompting, prompt fading, reinforcement schedules, a lot of really specific words that I've never heard personally in my life before, referred to in that way anyway. So it was very, very helpful to actually see them in practice because, for example, during one of our courses, Jen asked if an intraverbal is something in front of you or something that's out of your mind. And I couldn't remember from just having studied it, but I did remember examples of when one of the learners was being asked intraverbals, such as what flies in the sky, or what is your name, or who dropped you off this morning. All those questions stuck out when she asked about intraverbals, which then I just thought to myself, well, those aren't things that are physically in front of the learner, so therefore they must be out of sight. And then I got the question right. So yeah, that was just an example of, how really visually seeing, all of these concepts and terms in practice really help, our education, because it gives actual examples as opposed to reading and studying and answering questions. So I'm very grateful for that. And thank you very much for listening.